Well, there's a lot of differences between an average city and a smart city. It starts off really looking at becoming a digital city. So that involves kind of capturing the fabric of the city or what the city looks like. So that can be anything from going out and taking a drone, taking imagery of the city so that you know what the city looks like, to flying over the city with LiDAR data and capturing that. So once we have captured the city, we become a digital city, right? Then we start putting sensors everywhere. All of that is feeding this information back to the city center. So we move from that into a safe city. And once we have a digital city and a safe city, we can become a smart city. Smart city is all about the symbiosis between the government and the citizen. So the government wants to involve the citizens in the decision-making process, and the citizens want to have that feedback into what their city looks like, what their city feels like, what their city smells like, what their city tastes like. We can even put sensors in people's houses and get them involved so they can measure noise pollution, air quality, and so they become kind of citizen scientists and become part of the process. And that's vital, because one of the key parts of a smart city is building up trust between the government and the citizens, that they're listening to each other and that they're doing what they each need to do to make the city better. And that's where Hexagon technology comes in. We have products that allow you to build a digital dashboard so that all of these sensors that you are capturing, that are capturing all of this live data, they communicate it into a central system, and then it kind of takes that and analyzes, does all of the analysis for you, and then it puts it up in a dashboard. And that dashboard can be shared with decision makers, it can be shared with the governor, it can be shared with planners, it can be shared back out with the citizens so that they understand what's going on and where their tax dollars are going and why it's important. So another way that the citizens and the government work together is with incident analysis. So it's frequently hard for a city to keep track of where potholes are or where graffiti is or something like this, and so they really want to get the citizens involved and reporting these. So we have an app that you can download on your phone, and your government can subscribe, and if they do, you download this app and you just take a picture of whatever it is, and the picture has a geolocation. And so all of the potholes are reported so they can optimize their plan of attack to go out and address all of these pieces at one time. To me, a smart city starts with smart planning. And it starts with building up the digital fabric and maintaining that one common operating picture that everybody operates from, that everybody looks at and everybody uses. A great example, and I saw this picture on social media a couple years ago, and it kind of illustrates the danger of a city not working from a common operational picture. So they were completely renovating the downtown. They're putting in beautiful new sidewalks, and they wanted to plant trees along it. So the landscaping department came and they planted their trees, and they had their plan and they followed their plan perfectly. And then the pavers came in to lay down beautiful brick sidewalks. And they had their plan and they followed it perfectly, and they put tree planters in between every single tree. So they both missed because they weren't operating from a single point of truth. So Hexagon technology like Map Enterprise lets you go out into the field and connected live up with the digital world. You can go out and take your measurements and figure out where it is, and if you get there and you see a problem, then you can update that digital world in real time. So a smart city is all about operating from a single plan so that everything works together. A huge number of cities around the world have realized the value in becoming a smart city, and they're all coming on board. One of the examples that we have a very good relationship with is Edmonton, Canada. Edmonton, Canada has completely done a mind change about how they address their citizenry and how they address their governance. So they start with the urban planning. So the urban planning department creates a single source of truth that then feeds everybody else downstream. So everybody is working together. And this is key because a smart city problem doesn't just address water, or it doesn't just address traffic. It's a multi-dimensional problem. There's a great future for smart cities. because once we start communicating, then we begin to trust each other. And when we begin to trust as a resident or as a government, we begin to communicate and understand the point of view of each other, then we can build solutions that benefit everybody. Through the interplay of technology and communications, a smart city is about building a place where people can not just live, but thrive.